We celebrate when a child takes their first steps, yet we resist when life asks us to take ours. We cheer for others' growth, but freeze when change knocks on our own door. What if I told you that the thing we fear most, change, is actually the only reason anything good exists in your life right now? Stay with me, because what you're about to discover might completely shift how you see your life. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you felt truly stuck? Maybe in your career, maybe in a relationship, or simply with yourself. You know that feeling, right? When you look at your life and think, is this really it? Is this all I've got? This happens to most people, and I've been there too. We build walls around ourselves, create routines, safe patterns, comfortable zones we know well, and slowly, without realizing it, we stop developing. We tell ourselves stories. This is just who I am. I'm too old to change. What if I fail? What if I lose what I have? But here's the truth. Every cell in your body is different from 7 years ago. Your body knows how to transform. It's been doing it your entire life. So why does your mind resist so fiercely? Because we've been taught that change is the enemy. We've learned to associate it with loss, pain, and instability. When someone we love leaves, we lament. When we lose our job, we panic. When plans don't work out, we curse our fate. But we never stop to ask, what if we've had it wrong all along? Here's what changed everything for me. Change doesn't happen against you. It happens to develop you. Think about this. Really think about it. If nothing ever changed, a newborn would never become a youth, adult, or elder. A seed would remain just a seed. That struggle you faced 5 years ago, you'd still be there. What ends one chapter also opens the next. What brings difficulty also forges you stronger. What creates empty space also makes room for something new. These aren't opposing forces, they're one. We just choose which angle to see. I remember sitting with someone who said, I want to change careers, but I've invested so many years in this. What if I'm wrong? And I asked, if you could never change anything, if you were frozen as you are now, forever, would you want that? They went quiet, because they realized the very ability to feel unsatisfied with where you are is also the ability to rise to something greater. Transformation is neutral. It's not good or bad in itself. It's like water. It can irrigate crops or cause floods, depending on how you channel it. The ancients understood this deeply. They called it the law of constant motion, natural flow, the principle that nothing is unchanging. And they recognized two directions. Progressive transformation is when you're learning, developing, and upgrading yourself. Regressive transformation is when you fall into stagnation, decline, and self-destruction. Both are always present, simultaneously, in every moment. The question isn't, can I stop it? Because you can't. The real question is, which direction am I heading? So how do you work with this law instead of fighting it? 3 principles I've learned. Principle 1, value the process of transformation. When you understand that every step forward requires change, you stop resisting it. That difficult boss, they're forging your patience. That failed project, it's pointing to a better direction. That ending, it's freeing up energy for a new chapter. There's a saying I heard. Those who grasp the law will appreciate it. Those who don't will resent it. Which group are you in? Principle 2. Your role isn't your destiny. You're not trapped in your past. You're not boxed in by your present either. You're the conscious agent observing and shaping both. Many people think, I need to figure out who I am. But the real path is, understand what's limiting you. Recognize the habits pulling you backward. Because the goal isn't discovering your identity. You're already there. The goal is freeing yourself from beliefs that make you shrink. Simple example. To become wealthy, you don't need to define what wealth is. You need to learn how to create value, contribute, build systems. To be free, you don't need philosophy about freedom. You need to recognize what's binding you and cut it. Principle 3. Limited thinking creates limited results. Old beliefs, baseless fears, clinging. These are the real chains. When you let go, you experience what people call expanded consciousness. 2 characteristics: clear vision, no longer distorted by emotions, acting from love, no longer controlled by fear. This isn't mystical. It's simply the natural result when you stop limiting yourself. Let me leave you with this new lens. Every morning you wake up, you have a decision. Fight against life's current. Build walls, stay rigid, exhaust yourself in futility, or learn to surf the waves, stay flexible, adapt, move forward. That career change you're afraid of, not a risk, it's an opportunity. That difficult conversation you're postponing, not a threat, it's a doorway. That aspect of yourself you want to fix, it's not broken, it's upgrading. The prince didn't reach enlightenment by staying in the palace. He dared to transform. The caterpillar doesn't become a butterfly by trying to be a better caterpillar. It surrenders to the process. You don't reach your potential by clinging to your old version. The enemy isn't transformation, it's stagnation. The danger isn't trying, it's regret. The problem isn't uncertainty, it's the illusion of certainty. Here's what I want you to do right after this video. Take 60 seconds, just 1 minute. Ask yourself, what's one thing in my life trying to shift? That I'm resisting? Maybe it's a work relationship evolving. Maybe it's an aspiration calling. Maybe it's a new version of yourself waiting to emerge. Don't fight it. Don't fear it. Ask, what do you want to teach me? Because the truth is, life doesn't happen to make things hard for you. It happens to develop you. Every moment of transformation is a chance to become a more authentic version. The universe doesn't stand still. Your body doesn't stand still. Your mind doesn't stand still. Everything flows. Everything transforms. Everything evolves. The only question: will you flow with the current or exhaust yourself fighting the one law that governs everything? If this perspective touched you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And remember, you've never been stuck. You're just between chapters.